Hey, it's Antinomia Sam. This is my first YouTube video, and today's video is going to be about shadow work. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. So without further ado, let's get into this video. So today I'm just going to be talking about what the shadow is, how you can begin shadow work, and what is shadow work. Unfortunately, in today's society, spirituality is something that's extinct, especially for my Generation Z. It's not really talked about a lot, and I feel like it needs to be talked about a lot. So that's why I started this channel. That was the motivation behind this channel. I got some notes here today about shadow work and some notes I took down. So without further ado, let's begin. So what is the shadow? Okay, the shadow is basically deep aspects of your psyche and deep aspects of your subconscious mind. Things that you suppressed basically about yourself that society said was bad. So for instance, let's say a girl that has daddy issues. A girl that has daddy issues basically didn't have a father in her life. And because she didn't have a father in her life, she's looking for her father figure in other men. And that could lead to abusive relationships, that could lead to toxic relationships, et cetera, et cetera. She'll stay in those relationships because she's looking for a father figure within that person. The shadow is created by our upbringing. So our childhood traumas, our cultural indoctrination, whether that be religion, whether that be how we should think, how we should behave, how we should go about things. And it's important that we delve within our shadow and actually uncover these aspects of ourselves and deal with them. To begin shadow work, it's important that you guys love yourself. Self-love is important. Spending time with yourself and really just trying to figure yourself out. Spending time just reflecting and turning off the internet, turning off the video games, and just really sitting with yourself and dwelling within your shadow. When you start to spend time with yourself, your deepest thoughts and emotions will start to surface, and you'll have no choice but to deal with them. And the goal is to put them in the right perspective and use them to push you forward. Shadow work is a continual process. You'll always be doing shadow work. It's forever, your whole lifetime, because there will always be need for you to heal. We're always healing. We're always going through different experiences in life, etc., etc. Shadow work, like I said, helps you confront your fears, your insecurities, your traumas, and that might not always be pleasant to deal with. So that's where you get the term the dark night of the soul. The dark night of the soul is when you become aware of the trauma that you went through in your lifetime. So when you become aware of the trauma that you went through in your lifetime, it could lead to depression, anxiety, and those are just signs of you just becoming aware of the programs that you've been fed and the things that you've been through. And now from that point on, the goal is to start to heal. So what else I have to talk about? Okay, most of our problems are self-created. So most of our problems in life are self-created, and we really shouldn't be blaming other people for why we go through things. Yeah, people make bad decisions and stuff, but it's always up to us to be aware of what's going on around us and us making decisions. So if we know someone's toxic in our life, it's up to us to leave. If we know we're in a bad relationship, it's up to us to move on from that bad relationship. Taking accountability is another way to do shadow work. Being honest with yourself. Like if you look in the mirror and let's say you're a fat person. I'm not bashing anyone, but let's say you're big and you want to lose weight. It's important to be honest with yourself as far as your size and work towards the size you want to attain. The shadow also contains human impulses as far as negative emotions like rage, envy, and greed, selfishness, and desire for power. So it deals with aspects of the ego and things that we strive for in the world. And that's another reason why it's important to do shadow work. There's also positive aspects within the shadow. Those positive aspects are things like your strengths that you put down. Let's say you had a lot of confidence, but it was mistaken as arrogance, so you put it within your shadow. So it's important to uncover that and start still being confident. Not understanding that like it don't matter what someone else says about you being confident or whatever. Okay, so but the thing about the shadow too is like when you uncover emotions such as anger and rage, you'll start to realize that anger could also be transmuted into something good. So let's say you see someone outside, like a man hitting his girlfriend, and you get angry because you see those things. You could use that anger and channel that anger to do something positive, whether it be to break the situation up, or if it gets to a certain level and you have to be physical, you could use that anger for that positive situation. Another thing with selfishness. Selfishness is another trait within the shadow, and selfishness is something that people tell you not to be, and they always preach selflessness. But the thing about selfishness is good when you are a kind person naturally, but people want to take advantage of you. When people want to take advantage of you, it's good to be selfish. It's good. That's positive selfishness, because by you being selfish to that person, knowing that person wants to take advantage of you, that's basically you protecting yourself and you protecting your energy, and you not giving in to that person's deception. Another thing is, like I already told you guys, the shadow is also manifested from our school, our environment that we grew up around through growing up, our religion, our parents, the abuse we went through, our friends, the things we are exposed to at a young age, the things we see. So we are all in need of shadow work, and we are all going through a lot of things on this planet. And there's a lot of people that need healing, including myself. I'm still working on my shadow, and I'm 20 years old, and I've gained a lot of experiences. So for adults or people that's older than me, they have more work to do because they've been through more experiences in life. And if they don't know about shadow work, or if they haven't taken the time out to heal, this can manifest in a lot of ways. Whether they behave in ways that they don't realize, or treating people ways, certain triggers that happen, based off of certain situations. For instance, if someone's projecting all the time on their children, oh, you won't be this, you won't be that, that's because they weren't nothing, and they never took the time out to actually acknowledge that within themselves and heal that. So that's gonna just go from that child to their children, etc., etc. So that's why it's important to do shadow work. Projection is an unhealed shadow, like I just talked about. People are jealous of other people because they see themselves within that person. So that mostly manifests within parents, like I was talking about. They see their kid live up to this high standard, their kid becomes something. It could lead to jealousy because they see their potential within their children, things that they couldn't become, their children becomes. But I feel like they could look at that in a positive way, like their children becoming something and living up to their potential, something that they couldn't achieve, could be like a way to heal. So our children are also ways to heal our shadow also. So yeah, I already talked about most of the things I've talked about. So before I end this video, I want to say just love yourself, because self-hate, not liking your physical appearance is a form of self-hate. And if you don't like something, you can change it. You have the power to change what you don't like about yourself. All you got to do is believe in yourself and put in the work to actually dedicate yourself to the time to put the work in. Another way to deal with the shadow is meditation. Make sure you guys are going within, spending time alone, journaling, meditation, self-reflecting, and just taking a break from social media and just video games and things that's distracting your mind. It's a lot of distractions to keep you from gaining knowledge and healing your traumas and healing your wounds and pains and stuff. That's why a lot of people have doubts also about chasing their dreams and their goals. It all deals with the shadow. Things, basically, people were growing up, people were like, oh, you can't do this, oh, you won't be nothing, da da da. All those things are still buried within the psyche, and it's important to uncover those hidden aspects of yourselves, and face your inner demons and put it in the right perspective to push yourself forward. But yeah, my name is Anti-Nomi and Sam, and this is my first video. I appreciate you guys. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Yeah, and I'm out. Thank you.